to stop and roll another one on that one, because victimization is for real. And that's what I was just keying into as I was writing my book. The manipulation. How much homies manipulate homies, yo. It's sad. And how gullible some of us are based on our loyalty from that's all we got. So we finna ride with it. Good, bad, ugly, rain, sleep, or snow. It's Inglewood. But based on this is part one, this is gonna give you your real measuring rod to how wood you are. Because I'm gonna take you there. Because I know the whole history of Inglewood. We talking about from the Morningside Park movement to open up rental opportunities for minorities in Inglewood. You know, I know it all. I wrote a book about it. Book 1, you gotta catch it. The Journey of Frank Antoine Lewis, book 1. That's my book that I wrote, you feel me? I speak of real Inglewood history. But we ain't even going all that far with this one. We staying in my generation. Because we gonna compare this generation to today's generation and the couple after, because I believe we're like in the 6th generation of this gang banging thing. 50 years, remember though, the 5 years, so 6-7 generations we in. Because I even think now it's even 3 years. Remember how I went from 10 years to 5 years? This life expectancy is now to 3. So if you make it 3 years solid gang banging like it was really meant to be, and you don't get killed or a life sentence, you OJ. OJ. Just trying to keep it real with y'all, yo. When I get that gin in my system, man, I go. But the key is knowing how to control your tolerance level. Y'all seen I was walking earlier because I was drinking. Y'all don't drink and drive. Everybody else out here already drinking and driving. You just contributed to the problem. But I ain't here to complain. I'm here to talk about how we almost stopped cripping and blooding after the riots in 1992 when the feds came and took back the properties we took and made an example out of many of us. Most infamously, you got not Diamond, Lil Football, A-Trey Gangsta, the original Danny case. That's just one of many. My mentor was taken away from me in 92. I could bet you do a poll right now of every gang member that's in my age bracket, my generation, from that 89 and up, 89 to 93, we did the count already. So from 89 to 93, we let's look at how we almost broke it up. So Inglewood, I want to say that the most reputable crew, long-standing, with numbers, not being biased, had to be the Money Side Hustlers. We had territory. We expanded to Westchester, 99th Street. We had a block on Larch. We had homies at Westchester High, Inglewood High. I can name one, a homie from Money Side that's probably from every Inglewood set. And if it ain't a homie over there, we done beef with him or had some type of altercation with him. The Money Sides officially laid ground 88, 89. I came along late 89. And when I came along, there was already at least 100 members. And this is a crew, not a tag. We didn't focus on tagging. We were part of the Hustler Nation. You know, Crips, couple of Bloods, some non-affiliates, some pretty boys, some busters. It was a little bit of everything, if we be honest. And I thought that integrity and telling the truth was what real gangsterism was about. But you know, a lot of people ain't do YA time like I did, so their morals and values and educational knowledge and concept of life in the eyes of a YA baby ain't the same. And on the set, I can't be mad at you. I just gotta distance myself from you and prolong that distance, homie. Cause I did 10 alone, nigga. I'll do another 10 alone. Westside M's. That's where I stand. But let's see how wood you are. Next to the side, because there were older crews in Inglewood. The Myrtle Street Hustlers, the original Legend crew, Inglewood Stoners, the Mobsters, the Weirdos, the FBI female body inspectors, Top Dollar Hustlers, Eucalyptus Blocks, 304 Hoes, 3Ps, Avenue Players, One Way Posse, Dime Block Hookers, Mad Ass Gangsters, Making Dollar Bills, Dorito Bags, Lemon Heads, Unstoppable Taggers, Lawrence Street Players, Lil Style Pimps, Black Original Brothers, Don't Even Trip, it was a lot. It was a lot. This is Inglewood alone. And think, all of those crews, them are all members that should have been Bloods. That was the initial plan of the Inglewood Chain Gang, is to remain Inglewood Bloods and to move the Inglewood Village Crips out of Inglewood. But they expanded, stood strong, grew along with the Watergates. Them are two old first original Crips in Inglewood. Then the Raymonds through Big Nugget, Big 8 Ounce, Dickie and them expanded to 10 Deuce. Then you had the Tongas that come from that. Big Neckbone and his influence. Then the Hard Times with Speedy and them over there. Then the Mad Ass Gangsters made they merge to Gangsta Crip. The Weirdo Bloods, the Mobsters merged to the Families. The Money Sides became the Inglewood Ransom Bloods. Transitions. But those transitions came to existence based on certain powers that be that rather fester the hate than let us take they shine while they stood in prison. Now you can't knock the big homies for being mad that we tried to follow in their footsteps and recreate the whole infrastructure of the Crips, Bloods, and the Southsiders, because Crazy Wicked Serranios, the KWSs had at least 1,000 Hispanics to match 1,000 blacks under the same umbrella as a tag banging crew. As deep as like the biggest gangs out here. like 60s and A trays. That's how the KWS's Nothing But Troubles, they were on that level. It's every hood has somebody that used to be from Trouble or K-Dub amongst them on the neighborhood or gangster side. And if not there, Sex Jerks, you could keep going. KCC, KMT, B2J, WDC, DOM, MVP, E-Dub, IMP, Big Daddies. But Inglewood always had its own independent swag.